Hello, and welcome to Book 4, Chapter 21 of You Should Be Reading. This week, you should be reading Strange Flash by Matthew Farrer. Now, this is the second book in the Android universe, um, which it's been a while since I've covered the first one, Freefall. This one doesn't do as much explaining and advertising of the world of Android. This one delves right into the meat of the story. You've got a young corporate watchdog and media blogger by the name of Tally Perrault, who uncovers evidence of a cover-up involving Jinteki, the mega corporation dealing with clones. And the whole thing starts with her getting arrested and being brought in to talk to the detective that has been put in charge. And that detective is none other than Caprice Nisset. Now, Caprice Nisset is not only a detective, she is a clone detective on loan to the NAPD by Jinteki, and she is a psychic. She's able to read thoughts and emotions. Um, any of you who play Netrunner already know who Caprice Nisset is. Um, she has her own little card, as does Tally Perrault. Now, Strange Flesh is all about this undercover conspiracy behind Jinteki and how they got their start and what all was involved in it. And there was a crime that has been committed. The story is told in bits and pieces because it starts with her being arrested, Tally Perrault, and starting to be questioned by Caprice Nisset. And then it jumps back into flashbacks as Tally Perrault is telling Caprice what happened. She's giving her statement to the police as to everything that happened. Um, Even though she doesn't tell the whole truth, there's something she's hiding. And as it goes through these flashbacks and tells the story, you see how Tally ended up running afoul of a couple of people who she thought she thought they were one thing, but they ended up being another entirely, and ended up leading her into a very, very dangerous situation, and how all that played out, especially because it was involved in surrounding Jinteki. So definitely quite interesting. And Caprice is trying to find out the truth. Um, there's not a lot of people that trust her kicking around the department. There's a lot of people that think she's, a princess. She's spoiled and uh, basically is under Jinteki's thumb. And you get to see some of that. You get to see Caprice as she deals with the people that she has to report to, not only in the department, but in Jinteki as well. And how they are some creepy people. I felt bad for Caprice in this book. I really did. My heart went out to her because she's getting such a raw deal. And I don't want to spoil the ending or anything, but it's basically these two women sitting and talking. It's a very it's a very cerebral book. There's not as much action as Freefall had, but it's still quite good. Uh, if you like the Android universe, the Netrunner game and the Netrunner universe and everything that goes on, if you liked Freefall, you'll like Strange Flesh. It's more of the same goodness set in that universe, and there's a lot of fun little things, especially if you like Jinteki. And I'm a huge Jinteki fan by myself, so I was quite rapt by this particular book. Uh, Noise is also in this as well, the hacker. He shows up, and things get interesting. So yeah, it's good cyberpunk mystery. The one thing that I've liked so far is all of the books: Freefall, Strange Flesh, and the Identity trilogy, which I'll be covering in another book, possibly book 5. Don't know yet, but all of them have been detective stories because you've had Rick Harrison as the detective in the first one, Freefall. Caprice Nisset is a detective here in this one. The Identity trilogy has the detective Drake, who is a Bioroid, for all 3 of those books. And that is amazing. I love good detective stories, and having it in a cyberpunk world with all noir-ish tendencies being floated around in here. It's quite amazing. So if you like that sort of thing, you like cyberpunk, uh, you should be checking it out. And as always, until next time, um, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. Usually try and get at least one video out a week, if not more. And throw a comment in the comment section. What do you think about Android Strange Flesh if you've read it? If you haven't, check it out. And what do you? Is there any other books like cyberpunky, detective-y, noir books that you think I should be reading? Throw that comment in that comment section. I would love to get a discussion going with people. And until next time, remember, you should be reading Strange Flesh by Matthew Farrer. And I'll see you next time.